So it's looking sunny conditions here at Baku as we wait for the drivers all to come out. But we'll go to the standings, which I have it up on my phone. So currently leading the pack is Uffenhof. He's currently leading by a fair bit, 70 odd points, so that's a pretty decent margin, followed by Broadstar and Magic Shot close behind. So pretty much from second all the way down to about 8th, they're all within about 40 points of each other, so it's a pretty good battle. All trying to catch up to Uffenhof, so they're probably all hoping that he does smack into a wall here and they gain on him, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, lap 1 is definitely the best time to win. Unfortunately, everyone believes that, which makes things very interesting. Now, I actually haven't turned any of my settings off, like the smoke and all that sort, so this is up to max details, so stream quality should be alright. Just let me know if it's not. And let me know how the voice to game volume is as well, just so I know whether to turn it down or not. So we'll go on board. I reckon that was. I reckon that's Bremer. Go on board Bremer for his lap to start off with. Thank you, mate. So he'll be the first one to set a lap, unless he invalidates. Now, I am the Alpine TV, so there's a bit of a bias here. But he was running pretty quick times by the look of a couple of his screenshots, so hopefully he can put it up there. What's up, Dante? I have also added everyone, so if hopefully they have added me back, just in case anyone DCs. As Bremer comes down the first DRS zone. DRS wide open, still has 75% of that battery, which is really well played. You don't really want to use up a lot of your battery for the first half of the track, because you do want it for the back end, especially down that back straight, because it does, unfortunately, use a lot of it. It comes through to the end of Sector 1 and the start of Sector 2, coming into the turn before Castle. Gets a pretty good, cuts the corner a little bit, which is really good to see. He's flashing fuel, so he's put the last. He almost clips the wall there. So I should have been on this camera. This would have been a very tight and narrow sequence through that castle. As he comes up down towards the end of Sector 2 and the start of Sector 3, he bumps the wall a little bit, I believe. He's got the car right in front of him, so he'll get a really good tow from this Red Bull. I would believe so. Possibly is Broadstar or Magic Shot. 2. He's obviously got the purple Sector 2, but null and void that for the time being. Coming down the back straight, he's got a massive tow coming up here from the Red Bull in front. The Red Bull has turned on his battery. He is running very low on battery, but he'll get to the line on a 138.7, which will put him pole for now. That is Jerobot retiring. Squash Josh starting his lap. We've got a Haas finishing. Camilo, unfortunately I went to get to him, but he didn't get there in time. So we'll now go to Uffenhof with a 139.1. It's a Mercedes starting and another one of the Ozgokan finishing his lap. He will also put it in the 138.9. We have a Williams of Shifty finishing his lap. He'll also put it into the 139s, only just though, with 139.9. Got an Aston Martin finishing. Kamikaze, which looks like he's just actually going for his lap. My apologies there. We've got another McLaren, which is Ozzy Monero. Looks like he's boxing. Yeah, he's invalidated, so he's definitely boxing there. On the fish, he's going to be setting his lap here. As he's going to come to the line. It should be in the 139s. Just 139.945. Got one of the kick salvers. We'll start with a whiff because the other one's just finished his lap at $2, 139.8. Whiff fatigue is possibly going to get to the 139s. It will be a 139.686. So decent lap from him. We've got Carl Faniza, a 139.4. We've got another McLaren trying to keep up here. They're coming over very quickly. Squash Joshua, 139.3. And I believe the only other two to set laps is Lockie and Kamikaze for the time being. So Lockie will be the first one to complete the lap out of the two. So he's down to very low battery, but he's just got enough. Gets a tow. It's depleted just then, but it's a 139.4. So everyone's running around the 139s. He only wants two to break the 138s. His odds go-kart and Brembo at the moment. Can Kamikaze do anything about it? But he's using all of his battery up. He's going to go a 140 here. A 140.7. So not the best of the laps for Kamikaze. He's a pretty quick driver normally. So wait to see him improve later on. Stay on board with Coda setting his lap. He does go purple sector 1, but I believe that is still bugged. It's not actually a purple sector 1, it's just purple for itself. Cuts the corner a little bit, gets a bit dicey. Goes into castle, almost hits the wall, but does perfectly. Comes out of castle. Brilliant exit. He's still got a lot of battery to play with, so this is probably looking likely to be a 138 or a high 138 to a low 139 at the moment. Just has to get these last couple corners correct. Absolute perfect exit. Heading into sector 3 and down the back straight he's going to go. Battery on, depleting everything he's got. He's flashing red fuel, which means he's going to run out on the next lap. Down the back straight, we've got 6%, 5%, 4%, 3%, 2% battery, 1%. He has just run out, but that's enough for 139.3. So, as I said, a low 139s. Good lap. Very good lap. So the only other one to now be setting a lap is Aussie Monero. So he was in my div originally. He was very quick though. So he, he had to be moved up. But I believe he's shown the pace up in this division to show why he was moved up. So we'll stay on board with him for one lap, and I'm going to go silent while I have some chicken nuggets. Alright, heading into sector 2. Sweet sour sauce chicken nuggets, mate. Pretty good combo. Oh, gets a bit shaky out of that corner as well. So we've seen a lot of drivers do that, but gets Castle absolutely perfect. Oh, he invalidates at the exact point as I thought he would have. Unfortunate, but he'll go straight into the box, I would say, and potentially change up those tyres, get new tyres on, unless he's got enough fuel to run multiple laps. He may be going again straight away. He's got enough battery, so that's not the issue. So probably we'll see him run again, and then he'll probably come in and box for a brand new set and wait till the end. So we've got 8 minutes left of qualifying. Have we got any predictions out there on who will be pole? Is anyone going to beat Bremer? That is a real question. can maybe the visas work together and try and give each other toes. See if they can pip the Alpine. As we'll still stay on board with Aussie. Let him get a full lap in. So this won't be as fast of a lap because of those used tyres. Unfortunately, the softs fall off the cliff. But at least he'll have a time set for the next one and try and absolutely smoke it out the water. Come down to the end of sector 1. Start of sector 2. So I'm assuming if he's not confident that it's going to be a decent lap, he'll probably pull off and go into the pits. But until then, we'll just stay on and see what he does. But behind him is 2 kick Saubers on a lap as well, so they're looking to give each other toes. Should appear, but it looks like one's way too close to the other, so if you're too close, unfortunately, toe does not work. Hoof and Hoof runs a 1:38.705 if you don't mind. That's the 0.002 difference, that's insane. So can we see anyone else in the 1:38.7s? Be interesting. He gets the second to last corner before the back straight, perfect. Gets this one absolutely gold as well. It's going to come down the back straight now. What will he do? Will he pull into the pits and abandon lap, or will he just try to complete it and see what time he sets and try to beat it? Comes down the back straight. He's not burning, so I would say he's boxing. He's boxing. So we got both kicks. So Tudor is the one getting the toe. Will it be enough though? He's at 1:35, 1:36, 1:37, 1:38, 1:39. He does beat his time, but not enough. But he does jump his teammate. So if that was the goal, then he achieved it. Maxi Boy unfortunately has invalidated. Shifty did finish his lap and got P5. Got a Merc. I believe that is Lockie. Lockie has invalidated. Carl Faniza. Carl Faniza is on his lap. He's not burning. He's coming in the box. So we'll see a lot of these come into the box, I reckon. Coda is on his out lap. We've got Magic Shop on his out lap. Squash Josh finishing, oh no, he's not, he's starting his lap, so he's the same as mine. A lot of other people actually box, so Josh is going to settle up and then try to go again. I don't think he's going to get around again. He is flashing red, so he'll be out of fuel by the time he finishes the lap. So I think he'll be boxing. Otherwise he's going to run out of time to go back in and get a fresh set. But we'll stay on board with Josh at the moment, or Squashy Joshy, as some people like to call him. So into Sector 2 we go, into the castle section. This is where we'll probably see the majority of the incidents happening. Unfortunately, some people decide to brake heavily through it, and some people choose not to brake at all and use the front car as brakes. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm hoping this division is clean. I've watched it before. It has been clean from time to time. As far as I'm aware, there's a lot of really good drivers on this grid. A couple of people who I've raced against, and they have very, very good racing IQ. So it's going to be a very interesting race here. See what strategy everyone starts on. It's always good to be out in clean air here. It's not good to be following a big train, because a lot of the time you can't make moves and they just slow you down throughout the lap. Yep, as I said, Josh has bailed from his lap and decided, nope, I am going to box and get a new set. So we have 2 people out and out laps, so they will be our first ones completing. We've got Bremer and we've got Aussie Minero. So we will go on board with Bremer because he'll be the first one finished, and we'll get the back end of Aussie Minero unless Bremer is not improving that much. If he's not improving that much, then we'll swap off him and go back to Aussie Minero. This will be their final runs. So they're out pretty early, but at least they won't have any traffic to deal with when they're completing their lap, which is good. potentially they might have traffic at the start because I'm seeing a lot of cars coming out the box right now. So hopefully people realise there is 2 cars coming, which they do. One does. 2, yep, they're out the way. Hopefully these guys realise in front of this, the Alpine, that he's on a lap. They're on the racing line. He does not realise. He's just in the way, and this will be a slam dunk quali ban. I don't know which one it is. It is Hoof and Hoof. So the leader. That's very interesting. Very interesting scenes here. Because that has now impeded. Oh no. Aussie Monero has been impeded as well on his lap. So that's double impedes, and I don't know who was at fault for his one. But yeah, there's going to be some big tickets coming. Multiple people will be in trouble here. Unfortunately, people have to realise there is people on the track. Setting it up already. Got to watch track maps. Unfortunately, the standings leader has not looked at the track map, and Bremer has come right up behind him. So hopefully, I think Bremer did have enough battery to go again, so he'll get a tow. I don't think he'll have enough battery to do it though. That's the problem here. So he's flashing red. So he may just box straight away now, which is looking likely. It's looking, yeah, he's definitely boxing now. So I'm sure he'll put in the ticket. It is what it is, unfortunately. Things happen. We move on. Yeah, but it's a big thing to do, considering pretty sure we've got back-to-back Silverstone, if I'm not mistaken, next week. And I believe it's less, like it's 35%. So 35% compared to a 50 is not ideal for a quali ban. But I am 100% guaranteeing you that is a quali ban. So Uffenhof will be the first to finish. Aussie Minero did get impeded, so he set a 1:44.844. So you probably look to be a ticket from him as well. Unfortunately, people need to look at the track map. Bremer has retired in the pits. I believe that was. Got an Aston into the wall. He's back going again. So I'll quickly check that. That was Kamikaze, yep. So he's backed off and let people pass. He's got another, looks to be an Alpine behind. No, that's a Williams behind actually. Shifty Whizzer. So yep, he's gone off to the runoff. That's good. It's good to see. At least he's not going up castle and attempting to stay out the way. Right, coming down the back straight, Hoof and Hoof. He is improving. Will it be enough though? 136, 137. It will not. Oh, it will be enough. 138.660. You've got Aussie Monero coming P10. Unfortunately, his first run being destroyed, but still a good recovery drive from him. Lockie, he is coming right to the line. This will be in the 139s. It'll be 139.2. We've got the RB of Ozgokan. He bails out of his lap. We've got so many others finishing. Carl Finese crosses the line. So does a Haas behind him of Camilo. He goes P6. We've got Poms coming up the back straight now. He's improving. He will go a P4 if you do not mind. We've got Kamikaze, who is not on a lap. We've got the 2 kicks. 2-door finishes, but isn't improving enough. We've got Josh, who doesn't look like he's improving, but we'll stay on board with him. He might. Right at the end, he goes a 139.2, so he does improve, only just. And Broadstar will finish with a pole, 138.612. But unfortunately, as I said, there will be a couple tickets lodged after the race due to impeding. And there you have it. So we've got Broadstar taking our pole position here, P1, followed by Uffenhof, Bremer in P3, Ozgokan P4, Poms for the win in P5, Shifty Wizard P6, Camilo P7, Squash Josh P8, Lockie P9, Coda P10, and Aussie Monero, Formula Fish, Carfanese, 2 doors with Maxi Boy, Kamikaze, Magshot, and Gerbot, rounding out the bottom 9. But not a bad place to be at the back anyway, because at least then you can judge what everyone else is doing and seeing how everyone else is on track and just make your moves up then. The Visa Cash App of Oof and Hoof, who is the driver standing leader. But I'm not sure who impeded Aussie Monero. It was someone else. But I'm sure there will be 2 separate tickets towards 2 separate drivers. So we'll wait to see after the race. So it happens. I've done it. I did it to Pinju, unfortunately. And he did it back to me, unfortunately, as well. It is what it is. It's just mistakes. It happens. Can't help it. But at the end of the day, life goes on. I think it's just more fatigue more than anything. Just losing concentration for that couple seconds, and that can cost you. You think someone's super far behind you, and they're ending up right up your rear. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he probably thought the driver behind him was someone who's not on a lap. So yeah, it is what it is. As I said, it's just an incident. We move on. Anyway, we've got dry weather here, which is good to see. Hate it when it's raining here because it just sucks to watch. So we're waiting for everyone to pick their strategies. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's good to start at the back. I probably, if you were to choose anywhere, you'd rather the front or the back. If you start in the midfield, it's just chaos. Anyway, we've got 5 red lights. And we are underway. So everyone looks like they've gotten a very good start. Rosser holds the lead. Oh, he bumps Uffenhoof into the wall. But everyone gets around very cleanly. So that's probably the first time I've ever seen the whole pack get around the first corner. We're seeing everyone get around the second corner brilliantly as well. No contact whatsoever. So we'll stay. Oh, there's a bit of a lunge by the Mercedes into the back, but so far so good for this race. Everyone's getting around in a single file. Someone's just absolutely lost their wing there. Not sure who that was. We'll go down the pack. So we've got Broadstar leading the pack, followed by Uffenhoof, followed by Bremer, followed by Ozgokan, followed by Poms and Shifty Wizard, running out the top 6 with Camilo, Lockie, Squash Josh and Coda running out the rest of the top 10. We've got a Mercedes losing multiple spots here. Make Shot, who's moved up a spot, and so is Kamikaze. So the 2 kicks, P14, P15, Formula Fish just in front, P13, Calpanese and P12. And Aussie Monero losing 1 spot at start to Coda, down to P11. As we head down the back straight, that is a Visa going a bit sideways there down the start of the back straight, so he's now having to burn early. So is Poms. Oh, he's just rebound off the wall. I do not know how he did not DNF there. He's just absolutely played pinball, and he's almost out of battery already. Poms had to burn, but Poms has moved up to P4, so he's right behind his teammate of Bremer and P3, Uffenhoof and Broadstar fighting out the P1 and P2 at the moment. DRS has now been enabled. So we have 2 people boxing. We've got Tudor and Maxi. I'm assuming they both have wing damage. As the Visa looks to make a move in the outfit, but falls back in. The Haas just thinks about it, but pulls back in as well. So we've got a tight train here from P3 all the way down to P10. There's a 2-second gap to Carl Faniza, who's leading another about 6 car or 7 car train. Down to P17, and unfortunately the 2 people damaged, Tudor and Maxi Boy, P18, P19. So we have Carl Faniza, who looks like he's under fueled. He's got his yellow fuel light. Aussie Monero, yellow fuel light. we'll go for the pack here. I believe I just saw one. A magic shot with yellow fuel. Two-door with yellow fuel. So we'll go for the pack, see who has under fuel. That looks like everyone else is fine. So they're probably hoping there's a safety car or two or three. Otherwise, their day might be done pretty early with the fuel light. Having to let off here is a nightmare. As Bremer sets their fastest lap of the race, and he's now caught back up to the pack because he was about a second and a half off, so I assume he let off to let Poms back into his slipstream, but unfortunately he's decided to go off into the distance, which is a good idea, especially if he wants to chase a race win. So you've got the top three leading the way, followed by Poms, who's leading this massive pack. We've got a P9 now, so Coda's unfortunately fallen out of the DRS, but I assume coming up to the castle section he should be able to make his way back into it. And then we'll have a train all the way down to P17. Yeah, that is also true, Sammy. 100% you can. It depends on how much they've underfueled though. That's probably the main problem. If you're underfueling, hoping that, like, underfueling massively, hoping for a safety car, and you don't get it because they're racing this clean, like I've not seen a Baku race this clean at the start for quite some time. So considering there's only two people that got damaged, it's a pretty decent effort in my opinion. As I said, someone has just had a moment that was Squash Josh, going very slowly, but he's got himself back up again. He hasn't lost his wing though, so I believe he just had a big snap on that corner before. Oh no, he's been absolutely murdered. Speak too soon. So he'll be coming in to fix that wing. I do not know what happened. I don't know if he tangled with someone else. It did look like he's been absolutely punted into the wall. So a lot of people boxing. So maybe they're thinking, okay, it's time to change tyre. So we'll go look at the tyres now. Oh, okay. Squash Josh has retired. I assume he had red wing damage. Rear wing. I think when he spun there, he smacked the wall with his rear, and unfortunately, yeah, this game's just terrible. Terrible to drive with rear wing, as we have an actual full course safety car. I thought it was only a virtual for a second there, so everyone's going to go around. Oz Gokhan has unfortunately picked up the drive-through penalty. Carl Faniza almost came to a stop. Thought he had engine problems, but he's back going again. I'm just going to check to make sure the lobby isn't bugged. I don't think it is, but just in case, I'll read Tier 2 chat. Alright, as we wait for everyone to come back around, thanks for the subscription, Morgie. There's the Tier 1. So we'll probably see everyone swap the hards here. They can go a fair distance, potentially all the way. It'll be a long stint. Bremer's going to stay out, which is still a good strategy as well, because knowledge of the game, safety cars breed safety cars, so yeah, it is too early. It can go all the way, but you'd be touch and go for the end, I just think, like at the moment, you've got so many other people boxing and not boxing that they've just lost positions too. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I probably would have stayed out because, as I said, safety cars breed safety cars, so you can slap on another hards as soon as the next one comes out and you'll be fine. Yeah, 100% you are. Yeah. Which is pretty common, if we must say it. Baku, of all places. If you're going to get a safety car, it's definitely here in Monaco. Probably the two tracks with the most safety cars ever. Especially safety cars back to back to back, so... It's gonna be interesting. So we've got Oz Gokhan, who's got a drive through as well, so he would have to serve it within the next 3 laps after safety car comes in. So I probably expect him to go around for one and then come in so he doesn't lose as much time. Very unfortunate for drive-throughs as well. Like, just lapse of concentration. Pretty sure we've all been there. Just minding our own business, trying to get around to the pits as soon as possible, and then realise, oh shit, I need to slow down by 10 seconds, and unfortunately you're in the bin. Yeah, it's very tight corners here in obviously Monaco. That's why, like, this track, you tend to make the moves down this back straight here, or sector 1, or even coming out of Castle and up the hill. They're probably the 3 best spots to make moves. If you're making moves anywhere else, pretty much a death wish, unfortunately. Depends if the other person wants to give you space. Yeah, so Bremer is in first. He's obviously on 5 lap on mediums, but as we've said, like, everyone who's swapped the hards now, you're reaching, in my opinion. You can go all the way, but your tyres will be absolutely dead come lap 23, 22. And even if he pits on lap 12 for new hards, he'll be a lot quicker at the end. So yeah, other than what happened to Squash, I don't know whether if he had Red Wing from before or something, and he's just I don't remember if he did get contacted on the back. I assume by the sheer force of how he hit into the wall, he's been absolutely murdered. But I'm sure, again, that should be a ticket realistically. So yeah. I figure that's why he retired. Otherwise, you don't. Even if you get damage here, you don't retire. We've got a couple of moves happening under safety car. Don't know what is happening here. I did see Lockie did fall down a couple spots, so I assume he missed his braking zone and went wide. So just looking at it, unfortunately, it's not been a good night for the Mercedes P14, P18, but race is never over on lap 16. Got 20 laps. There's already 1 DNF, so 3 more drivers DNF and everyone gets points. And you've also got Oz Gokhan with that drive through, so he will fall right to the back. Safety car is in this lap. So we are going to stay on board Broadstar. And we'll watch Bremer take it away from his angle. And let's see if he gets caught napping. How long does Bremer wait for everyone to go? So he's not backing everyone up yet, which is interesting. So everyone's still going 100 kilometers, which is kind of good. It's not an actual car park. He's going very, very fast on the safety car. So this is an interesting strategy. So I don't think anyone's going to get caught napping here. When is he going to go? When's he planning? He plants his foot now. He is off and gone to the races. So absolutely no one should have been caught napping here. As we'll go back on board with the Skycam. I'm not sure if I've seen this correctly, but Carfanese look like he's missing a little bit of his wing. He certainly is. I think it's both sides. It is both sides. Oh, there is a bit of moves happening, but looks like everyone's still going. Yep, he is. He's missing both. Oh, no, he's missing his left end plate. Carfanese up. 1.5. So at the moment, there's no big gaps. Obviously, Ozgokan will be unfortunately the only one to be out of the DRS once he does box. So he'd be hoping he can catch back up again, and he's probably one that you would say that would have had to box under that safety car, especially having the drive-through to go on those hards and hopefully push to the end and hope for a late safety car. That's probably a good strategy, because then at least you serve your drive-through and then hope for the best for the rest. So. As we've got two people who are out of DRS at the moment. Poms, who's close to that 1 second gap, and Whiff did also, but Coda has had a big snap right where Swash Josh also had a snap, so he is unfortunately missing. He's not missing any end plate, so he will try to catch back up again, as what we will see Ozgokan do. I'd assume you'd box now to... No, he does not box. I personally would have probably boxed. You'd lose less time on this lap compared to the next, as everyone is still getting underway, warming up their tyres, so very, very interesting strategies. Maxi Boy's in the box, so he's swapping off those mediums. Go on the hard, so he'll go to the end. Shifty Wizard is unfortunately out of that DRS zone, battling with Poms. So P6 and P7. Carlfin is still hanging in there with that end plate damage. You've got Uffenhoof and Ozgokan, who's in really good spots, but unfortunately Ozgokan with that drive through is no good thing at the moment. Bremer has been overtaken by Broadstar for the lead, so Broadstar was in the lead officially anyway. But he is now taking that, so expect Bremer to either try and make the move down the back straight with the DRS, and then Maxi Boy all the way at the back will be hoping for either a late safety car, or if the people in front of him can start battling, and hopefully he can make his way back up. Yeah, and this game also, the understeer is crazy. It's, especially in dirty air, it's absolutely nuts. Like, I'm pretty sure I broke my wing in 2 different leagues here just by understeering, and yeah, just in the bin. As Bremer is not catching up to Broadstar. Obviously, those mediums are starting to fall off. As we see, Ozgokan is in the box. So he'll be doing his drive-through right now. This will probably put him just behind Coda, I would say. Coda is coming down straight now. He's on no battery whatsoever. But we'll see where this, if he does come out in front. They will go side by side. He does. He definitely comes out in front. But Ozgokan should be able to make that move with the more battery. So essentially he lost about 11 seconds, I would say, from where he was, so not too bad. So Broadstar is in the lead, followed by Bremer, followed by Uffenhoof, followed by Carl with that wing damage, who's bringing Shifty Wizard back into it. Poms is just hanging in there, but he has lost the DRS. We need to try and catch back up through this castle section, see if we can absolutely ace it, but unfortunately he's falling further and further behind. He's got Camilo right behind him, followed by Whisper Team, followed by Aussie Monero, so decent drive by him so far. Formula Fish unfortunately has lost the DRS to the back of Aussie Monero. He's got Lockie, Magic Shot, Kamikaze, Jerbot who started in P19, and Tudor running out the top 15. With Coda about 3.4 behind, Ozgokan and then Maxi Boy going around for some practice at the moment with what looks like to be left end plate damage. So not the night for him, but he's pretty quick on his day, that's for sure. As we will go to, what else will we go to? We will go to position changes. So Carl Finizo, who's up 8 positions. You've got Whiff and Teeth up 7. So decent drives from them. Bremer is now in the box, so probably a lap too early, in my opinion. I probably would have pushed one more lap considering he's in DRS. But he's not losing out much. Time very good at the end. He comes in, so so he's going to be down obviously 14 position. Oz Gokhan is down 11 positions. You've got Jerba up 6, Kamikaze up 5, and Magic Shot up 7. Two-Door staying where he is, Pongs for the win staying where he is, Hoof and Hoof staying where he is, and Polestar staying where he is, and now Carl Panini is up 9. So very good drives from all of the boys tonight so far. Pretty good. See, not really many incidents other than obviously the quali and whatever happened to Squash Josh, whether it was a murder or not. So we'll go gap to leader. Currently as it stands, Bremer is only 18 seconds from the lead. With brand new hards, which will be a lot better come the end of the race. But only about 4 laps better. So everyone has stopped once at least, with Maxi Boy stopping twice. So we'll get the actual, sorry, my bad, we'll get the fastest lap. So the fastest lap is still with Bremer, with 1:42.7. I don't think anyone will be beating that, especially on the hard tyres now. I think that's done and dusted, unless we get another safety car at the end. Gaps are starting to form. Got a couple of people in DRS, a couple of people just in no man's land. Hoof and Hoof in no man's land at the moment. He's got out of the DRS, but then Shifty is out of the DRS from him. We've got Carl Faniza, who's right close to Shifty. So we'll see if he gets a good exit heading into this first DRS zone. Oh, he was late on the brakes, which is costing his exit. So he will not be making a move here. I hope he's not making a move here. Very dangerous driver if he is. As we've got Lockie and Formula Fish fighting it out. Lockie brakes heavy, late, but gets the job done. And while they're fighting, Magic Shot goes up the outside. Gets a bit snaky coming out of it. Oh, he still gets a bit more snaky. Loses positions, and unfortunately now the Aston of Kamikaze will say thank you very much. I'll be taking that spot. He almost had it done. He almost had the P9 there. Almost, so he'll be looking to save up his battery and try again for Magic Shot. That was a brilliant effort though. Very clean, and I don't think anyone was dirty there, so just a bit of tyre banging, which is normal. Can't really make it too wide everywhere here at Baku, but at least we haven't seen anyone put anyone in the wall yet, so it's pretty decent. But Gerbot's about to join in, and Maxi Boy has retired in Castle, or before Castle, and that brings out our safety car. Now, what does everyone do? Box. Everyone is coming in, which will work out in the favour of Bremer, potentially here. If he can get them, but it depends, because he'll have Delta, so Magic Shot gets 10 seconds, yellow flags. That's unfortunate. So unfortunately, this is actually this has hurt Bremer quite a bit. If he was able to hold out till now, he would have been pretty decent. But you've got Camilo who stayed out, Lockie who stayed out, Magic Shot who stayed out, who has a 10 second. He can get that removed, but I mean, you'd have to stay out, and those tyres will be absolutely dead at the end, and everyone else, you'll be losing so much position. So I'd assume he'd be boxing and serving that 10 second. Just saying it is what it is. He doesn't deserve it, but so in reality, it's actually not too bad of a stop for him. He's actually net P3 if the front 3 tyres fall off the cliff, which I assume they will. So we'll get another lap of DRS. No, DRS. of the safety car, sorry. So Camillo will be leading this safety car exit once it goes in. So which should be, thank you. I haven't got a water, I've got a chocolate big shake. So I've got from Macca's, so thank you. I'll have that. My type of water is actually a green V energy drink. They are go-to. I think the ones who are on the, obviously the 8 lap old hards and stuff, I believe they will box again. Now, the problem is not for Magic Shot, because I believe he'll relinquish position to Broadstar straight away, playing the team game, giving him the position, letting him go off in the distance and trying to hold off the likes of Wilson and Bremer, which I don't think will be likely due to how old the tyres are. But it's going to be bad when Camillo and Lockie have to box, because they will potentially now fall down a couple of spots. Lockie not so much because he's not got a teammate anymore, but Camillo, if he falls down multiple spots and he ends up double stacking due to another safety car, that will really hurt the Haas's chance of points here. So I expect Magic Shot to pretty much after his first straight, he'll probably move over and let Broadstar by and try to defend like a lion through sector 2 and 3 and back him up. So Broadstar has a lovely getaway, but depends on how long they can hold him up. And this is where problems can occur if people are just impatient to get past. The safety car will be in. So again, we'll be going on board with Lockie to watch when Camillo does go, see if he does get full napping. So they'll start to back up eventually. Keeping it consistent 150. I don't know why that everyone's speeding down the back straight here on the safety car restart, but anyway, keep going. It's like Stappen-esque stuff right in. Stappen. Let's get going. So he does get caught napping a little bit. Magic Shot's right behind him. But again, expect him to move over for Broadstar, you'd think, or you'd hope. Yep, as the movie's getting done now, as predicted. Moves straight back over. So he's done his one move, and he falls right back in, and now he starts his defense. So how long can he hold up these boys behind him on fresh tyres? Guys on fresh tyres compared to those old tyres. So it doesn't help Broadstar has a couple of slow runners in front of him, obviously being on 9 lap old hards. So this will help in the favour of Ulfanulf and Bremer, being that Broadstar can't just run away for his life. Got a lot of people thinking of moves, but unfortunately they realise the track's thin. They can't be making moves here. So Ulfanulf thinking about it, absolutely thinking about it. He's needing to have a really good drive here, considering what did happen in quali, but he's thinking about a move. He will probably, he has a massive snap, which allows Bremer to try and make the move on him, which will now allow Magic Shot to also defend his position for the meantime, which means that Broadstar will just glide off into the distance. So Ulfanulf is got 0% battery. Bremer's got about 30%. Magic shot about 15. Broadside Lockie going side by side. Oh, there's a little bit of contact, but it's perfect. Wheel banging is a very good racing in my opinion. As long as it's not into the wall, they're all good. So Broadstar has one more to pass, and then he'll be in the fresh air and be able to try and make move after move. Go off into the distance while everyone else, Orphanhoof and Bremer, trying to catch up. As we got Coda and Aussie Monero swapping spots. And this worked out in Osgo Khan's favour. With that safety car, he was toward the back, so he's happy to be on a DRS train again. Now we've got caution sector 2, but that's from before, practically planking it into the castle section. So Orphanhoof and Bremen need to make moves coming down the back straight here before it's too late. Otherwise Broadstar will be off and gone into the wind, in my opinion. So we'll go on board with Broadstar. Bombs to the wind, that's an important lost position for Coda. As Broadstar is burning absolutely everything. Gets in front of Camillo. But Camillo will get the DRS and he's probably going to take it back. If you don't mind at all. Very smart play there. Don't burn until the DRS detection zone. Absolutely perfect play. Orphanhoof and Magic Shot. Was going side by side. Oh, he's trying to make very late manoeuvre there. Shifty Wizard has now taken the spot from Bremer. Orphanhoof trying to make a move. He's got no battery to play with though. So this is going to make things very... Oh, someone just absolutely butchered it into the wall. Does everyone get past? Everyone does. It does bring out another safety car. So, unfortunately, both Mercs left, right, good night. That was caught on stream, so he's unfortunately hit that inside wall, and his whole tyre has just come off. Very unfortunate for Lockie. But I mean, the pressure behind you plus old tyres, it gets you. So, I think you expect to see Magic Shot, Camillo in the box at least for brand new mediums. I think everyone else stays out. I mean, there is potential for everyone to go mediums here, but track position, I feel, is way more powerful. Except unless you're on 11 lap old hard, which you definitely box. So while we're waiting for everyone to decide what they're going to do, we've got position changes again. Magic Shot obviously coming into the box. He was 15 spots up. He goes in, but Camillo stays out. He's the one who's on older tyres, if I'm not wrong. He's too. Very interesting call there. I think that's a complete wrong call. Although he may be waiting one more extra lap to go on the mediums. So it may not be the wrong call. It might be the right call. Yeah, true, Sammy. That is correct. Yeah, he potentially might not have another hard or medium. It might be a soft only, or maybe nothing at all. So yeah, he probably has to stay out. So I didn't really think of that, but yeah. Yeah, 100%. They'll be a bit more cooked than obviously your 5 lappers and 7 lappers, but I mean, tyre management, if you don't fight as hard, you can hold them out. It's just have to be smart with the DRS, that's all. DRS and battery. No. If anyone who's on 5 to 7 lap to 8 lap old hards, you definitely stay out. You do not box for new tyres. The only ones who should be realistically boxing if they had a new set were Camillo and Magic. Magic to serve his 10, just in case. And at least he's on those new meds and he can probably make his way back up to at least probably the P10, P9 mark. But yeah, so we'll go back to position changes. Camillo's up 5, but obviously on those 12 lap old hards, which will be 13 lap after this lap. Wolfenhoff is down 1, Shifty Wizard up 2, Bremer down 2, Carl Faniza and Whiff both up 7 and 8 positions respectively. Tom's down 3, Aussie Minero up 2, Coda who's staying where he is, so he's had a good race so far, just sticking clean and staying in P10. Formula Fish up 1, Oz Gokhan down 8, so obviously he had the drive through. So this has helped him out tremendously. He's not only saved his tyres now, he's now a chance to get top 10. Two-door P13, Gerbot who's up 5 and he's in the points so far, but he's got Kamikaze, Magic Shot on a new med, so expect Magic Shot to fly past, I would assume, on new meds. Probably make it within the first lap or two. One more DNF and everyone's scoring points, I believe. And as I stated before, there is 2 people probably going to be in trouble after the race for quali bans. They'll be wanting to have a very good race tonight and try to score as much points as they can. Because unfortunately the next tracks are the back-to-backs, which I'll confirm. Yep, so it is the Great Britain back-to-back, which last time, as I said, it was a 35 and a 35, as far as I was aware. We did Netherlands. Well, my tier did Netherlands. Not sure if everyone did, but we should see the safety car saying, "Yep, let's move in, boys. Time to get racing again." So here we have it. We've got 8 laps of racing when they cross the line. Looks like 8 now, but it's actually technically 9. If you include the lap they're on. Broadstar going a lot slower than the other boys were, which is probably the correct strategy, because then you can catch people off guard. Otherwise, people just go on the same speed limit and they just cruise away. So he powered down and he's off and gone. And unfortunately, Camilo on those old cars, he's about 6 tenths behind. So Uffenhoff, burning everything he can. Right on the back, Bremer has boxed. Okay, alright. So he's unfortunately, his wheel has snapped and he has lost his wing. So he will need to try and catch back up. It's a big effort. But you got Broadstar, followed by Camilo, followed by Uffenhoff, followed by Shifty, followed by Carl Niza. With Matif, Aussie Monero, Coda, Formula, Oz Gokhan. So as I said, Oz Gokhan's back up to P10, Magic Shot up to P12. So he's already made those moves on Durabot and Kamikaze. So he'll be looking to make his move all the way up. He could potentially still win this. It's not out of reach, in my opinion. Makes the move on Two-Door, but Two-Door says no, not today. Oh, Two-Door almost hits the wall. Yeah, I also missed that. I didn't see him slide off. I must have been just daydreaming. but Broadstar's already created that 1 second gap. Can Camilo close the gap before the DRS zone? I don't think it's going to be possible, as just the tyre wear is the difference. He needs to start burning if he's going to catch it, but he's only got 50%, and no, he will not get DRS. So Ulfenhoof will make the move, and he will need to give chase after Broadstar, but Camilo isn't going to let him pass without a fight. Very good defending by Camilo. But he's got Shifty Whizzer as well on his tail, so with Carlfinita not too far behind. But this is just handing Broadstar the aces pretty well. Give him that 1 sec gap. Ulfenhoof goes to make the move. He's going around the outside. He makes that. They make contact. On both sides, Lockie has left the session, which is fine. He is out of the race anyway. They're still going side by side. One's ghosted, so Shifty Wizard says, thank you very much. I'll go ghosted through your car and take the position. Yes. So he's got past, which is now allowed a 2.2 second gap to Mr. Broadstar. Oh, there's a bit of contact. They're going to go 2 by 2 through the car section, but that's a think better of that. Otherwise, it would end in absolute madness. And we've got Pons and Bremer following the pack around for practice as we speak. You never know. There's still 6-7 laps to go. So Magic Shot, who's got past Tudor now. He's up to P11, so he'll be looking to make the next move on Former Fish. Former Fish has a lot more battery though. So does Oz Gokhan. Kodo hasn't got that much, so expect Oz Gokhan to be making a move here. Yeah, 100%. 100% that's what's happening. Obviously, the harder tyres of Camilo's are falling off a bit, so they're a lot slower. So, obviously, people are just trying to make moves quicker with those fresher tyres, which has now created that big gap of 3.5 to Broadstar. So, it's unfortunate, but hey, it's the game. You can't just force your way past someone. You actually have to try and get past. Normally, and there's nothing in the rulebook to say you can't defend on old tyres. It's just good to see that no one puts each other into the wall, knowing that they're on the fresher in there, and as we saw happen last week, I think it was. But Camilo is sitting in P5 though, so if he can just hold out for as long as he can, maybe try not to battle as hard and just defend now. See if you can hold on for P5. That'll be a good good outing for the Haas. P5, and even if Coda can get up to P6, defend for Camilo, and then swap over toward the end and let Coda try and attack the top 4. That'll be probably the best bet. Yeah, I can go tyres. Sorry, my bad. So you got Camilo, who's the one on the oldest hard tyres. You got Mad Shot on mediums and Brem on mediums. Everyone else is on pretty identical tyres. So as I said, Magic Shot did get Formula Fish there, so now he's on to Oz Gokhan. But Oz Gokhan is also trying to attack Coda with Matif and Aussie Monero both. Oh no! Oh, there's a contact galore there, and there's no wing damage between Aussie and Whiff, I don't think, unless no, Whiff is missing his right end plate. Oh, okay, there's Aussie Monero's left end plate. That's completely gone now. Oh, it's not even gone. What? There is no way that end plate doesn't survive there. Oh, here we go. Carfinita is out. That's bringing out a safety car. Oh, we are so lucky there's ghosting. So, we now have everyone in points position. But, what does everyone do? What would you do, chat? Would you go softs to the end? Or would you hold your position? You'll have 1 lap of racing, or 2 laps of racing. Probably It'll probably come in lap 24. Hello, Cooper. I think, yeah, you're correct, Sammy. I think if you're back 10, if you're 10 and below, I think you go for the All for Glory. So go softs to the end. It's not going to hurt your race if you're 10th. But if you're top, you don't. I think the top 10, you stay as it is. But if you're bottom 10, you go for no guts, no glory. In my opinion, you go softs. And hope for the best. Because what are you losing? Like, you could gain the positions back anyway through the soft tyres being good for 2 laps. Like, for instance, Formula Fish, if he goes softs, I believe he can get up to P7, P6 potentially. Or even Camillo, being that he's on those older hards. I mean, if it's 12 down though, you'd be stuck in a predicament though. Wouldn't you think that Kamikaze in Formula in P10, 11 should box, especially if those behind him are boxing? I probably would be feeling forced to box. Probably the only one that wouldn't feel forced would be Magic Shop. As we see that Formula and Kamikaze stay out, everyone behind him boxes except for Bremer. Bremer looks like he's coming past. Yep, he's come past, so Bremer will go up to P11. He's still on pretty fresh tyres there on the mediums. Two doors coming out on the mediums, but you've got Camillo, Gerbot and Poms on softs. Yeah, we got a moderator in this chat to ban Yuki. I'm surprised you're not racing this division, Yuki. But this makes things interesting. Broadstar now doesn't have a 3-second gap. And he's got Shifty Wizard and Uffenhoof to contest with. I think Whiff Teeth has put up a fair decent fight, but I believe those front three have too much pace. But you never know. All it takes is something to come together. Yeah, Josh, that's a skill issue, mate. Big skill issue. I think he had red rear wings, so lap 2, if I'm not mistaken, or 3, or lap 1. Can't remember. Yeah, 100% it sounds like him. So safety car will come around for one last lap, and it will come in. So we'll get 2 laps of racing, which includes 1 of DRS. So it's gonna make things very interesting, especially for these guys on softs. I'm predicting Camillo, Gerbot, and Poms to be up at least 7, 8, and 9 by the end of it. But having new tyres is one thing. Getting the overtake, that is another. Now I'm going to mute while I have some more chicken nuggets. Yeah, unfortunately for the 4 drivers at DNF, as the saying goes, sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you are the windshield. And unfortunately, they are the bug into the windshield tonight. Just curious, we haven't dropped frames or anything tonight. No glitching streams or anything. Cool. We're good. Alright, we should be underway again. I'll put my nuggets away. Yep, we are in. Now, we'll go on board with Shifty, as I like to do. And it's good to see if they get a terrible exit, a terrible getaway compared to the leader. So he's sitting a little bit back so he can get a good exit or a good run, but when will Broadstar go? Now he did go at about this point last time. Shifty's not taking the bait off him going side by side. And he's gone. He's already created a 0.6 gap, so same thing. Bremer and Kamikaze have already overtaken, which is before the line, boys. Before the line, boys. You probably have to do that back if it says so. Oh, and it made contact. He's in the wall. It is spun. It is through his wing. It is. Oh, that would be a definite hook that. Unfortunately. It's going again. As we go back up. So, as I said, the soft tires. One's already up to P9. He's got 2 more moves to make. He's up to P7. As we go back up to the lead. So, Broadstar said, see you later. I'm not waiting around for you, Shifty. I am off and gone. Take this trophy. Shifty's at P2, followed by Uffenhoff. P3, Whipperteeth hanging around at P4. It's a little bit of a bad exit, so he's falling behind. Oh, that's Kamikaze is out. It's fine. Looks like he's just giving that no wing. He's just taking the corner. That's wrong. So no matter what, everyone was scoring points here anyway. We've got Oz Gokhan who's around, so very unfortunate. Not sure what has happened there. He looked like he went and run off. Maybe he was about to hit someone. There you have it. One of the soft drivers already up to P7. Can he get to the podium? I think he can. I think Camilo can absolutely get to the podium here. He needs an absolutely beast of a run come these last lap and a half. Quarter. Yeah, I know, man. It's fine. All it takes is people to be fighting, man. I know. Oh, look, he won't get to P3, sorry. I didn't realise he's 1.5 behind bloody, or up in front of Whiff. There's potential to still get close enough anyway. As Gerbot on those new softs goes up to P7. So Poms just needs to get to P9 and we have the trifecta. Oh no! Oh no. Magic shot has been put into the wall. Not good. Not good. Go back up to the top. Broadstar is off and gone, so he looks like he's just taking out this win. But we've got the battle here for P2, 3 and 4. Shifty, Whiff, and Uffenhoff fighting out. Someone is in the bin. That is Magic Shot. He's got the car going again, so he'll be battling with Oz Gokhan for this final stages of the race. So they are all charging up their battery. Which car would you like to be? Would you like to be Uffenhoff in P2, Shifty, or Whipperteeth in P4, or even Coda in P5? Who will get the better exit to take home the podium positions? Definitely looks like it's Shifty and Uffenhoff are fighting it out. Whipperteeth unfortunately keeps dropping off and has to burn, which will be not beneficial. Oh, he has a massive snap, but he still keeps it going. This will be it. This will be a battle to the line. We'll stand forward with Shifty. Can he get to P2? Broadstar will bring it home to P1 though. So we'll wait till he crosses the line. And then we'll go back on the battle of Shifty and Uff. So coming down the back straight, Broadstar has pretty much taken the lead from Bremer, from go to woe. And will zigzag to the line. But Shifty Wizard, will he get Uffenhoff? He'll try. Oh, nah, he did not. But that was a brilliant effort for P2 and P3, followed by Whiff in P4, Coda in P5, Aussie Monero P6, Camilo P7. You got Magic Shot and Oz Gokhan fighting out for the last couple points, and there you have it. A decent race. I think it fell apart by the end. Fortunately, people were realising that a lot of time there was no space to be given. And probably meant to, so you probably expect to see a couple of tickets, but definitely not the worst race I've seen at Baku. We got race winner was Broadstar. We got fastest lap of Bremer. Driver of the day was Magic Shot. Most of the day was a Magic Shot, and cleanest driver was Broadstar. Probably 100% back that up. So Broadstar P1, Uffenhoff P2, Shifty Wizard P3, With Matif P4. Love the communicating with online. Coda P5, Aussie Minero P6, Camilo P7, Poms P8, Cherbot P9, Tudor Bremer P10, Tudor P11, Formula Fish P12, 13th is Magic Shot, and 14th was Oz Gokhan, and unfortunately Kamikaze did bin it on lap 25, and everyone else binned it unfortunately earlier, being Squash Josh the earliest due to a skill issue.